Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray and we are here to jump into episode 4 of Pit Babe season 2. So, last episode we had Willie moving in on Babe more and more and Charlie getting more and more jealous. Obviously in the background Tony is manipulating things, probably Willie himself. We also had Pete put Kenta with Kim, hoping to get them both out of the country since Kim is going back to South Korea, following his decision to resign from X-Hunter. And then, back to Charlie. Something happened during the race last time and his senses started to go kind of wild. Presumably because of something maybe Willie is doing. I don't know. Hard to say, but you know, we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to try and watch 2 episodes today. And I'm still ahead of the curve in terms of recording. So we're making good pace on the recording. Yeah. So I'm hoping we can kind of get through at least I'm going to try and do 2 episodes per session, per recording session from now until the end of the show. That way I'm, a good ways ahead on Patreon, as well as give me time to edit down for YouTube. That's where the bulk of the time is going, to be honest. So, all right. Enough talking about the channel. Let's just watch the episode.
ต่ออีกสักระยะแล้วก็ต้องรอชาลีตื่นจะได้ทดสอบกันอีกรอบนึง
I guess I didn't think about that. It could his powers being going haywire could be because of the testing.
เขาหลับไปวันนี้ 4-5 ชั่วโมงนะไม่ต้องเป็นห่วงหรอกครับตอนนี้ร่างกายของชาลีปกติดีปกติเหรอแบบนี้เรียกปกติเหรอใจเย็นก่อนพี่เบฟถ้าชาลีไม่ฟื้นขึ้นมาใครจะรับผิดชอบผมถามหน่อยสำหรับพวกคุณเนี่ยเขาเป็นแค่หนูทดลองเหรอ
I mean, he kind of volunteered to do all of this.
ชาลีเป็นไงบ้างเนี่ยพี่ตกใจเหรอ
He's the one who's been pushing to get rid of his powers.
เป็นห่วงมึง
Now, I don't disagree that there's some slightly unethical things happening in this lab. Like, why? I feel like we are rushing to human trials way too soon, personally. But, like, then again, there's not much you can do, right? Like, it's not like you can test, it's not like there's dogs running around with super abilities or anything. So, how do you test in an ethical way for something that literally can only happen with people? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, so I can't answer that, but interesting thought experiment.
นี่คุยกันเสร็จหรือยังมีโกรธผมอยู่ผมต้องทำยังไงลุงถึงจะหายโกรธไม่ต้องหรอกปล่อยไว้เดี๋ยวก็หายเองนี่ผมกำลังแก้ไขปัญหาอยู่นะลุงช่วยความร่วมมือหน่อยสิ
Be in a relationship. Oh, that's a bit toxic. Like, talk it out. I wouldn't have patience for that behavior. Gonna be honest. Yeah, fuck his shit up. What? No, I would have fucked this shit up. You gonna come to me with toxic energy? I'm gonna come back with toxic energy.
นี่แกแฮกคอมฉันเหรอ
Yeah, 100%. I did.
ลุงทำหน้าบูดไม่คุยกับผมสักทีคราวนี้จะยอมหายงอนได้หรือยังผมพูดขอโทษเป็นร้อยๆรอบแล้วนะลุงไม่พอใจอีกเหรอนี่ฉันถามแกจริงๆครับแกรู้ตัวบ้างหรือเปล่าว่าฉันโกรธแกเรื่องอะไร ลุง เดี๋ยวดิลุง ลุง
I wouldn't have patience for that kind of behavior. I'm gonna be honest. Either tell me why you're mad or shut the fuck up. I'm so sorry. That was just so. I'm so sorry. I know the series is trying to make me be on Unk's side, but I'm kind of not. Listen, I think that Jeff was in the wrong for how he handled everything. Sure, he should have told him about the fact that his powers came back. He kept that from him. He could have been hurt. He could have died. And Unk would have had no fucking idea. Alan would have had no fucking idea what was happening, right? Like, that's totally unfair to him. And I get that. But coming back with this energy after he done apologized and being like, ooh, I'm just going to give you the cold shoulder for days and days. It has been episodes. It's been like 3 episodes since this shit happened, right? Like, I'm so sorry. Like, no. Y'all both acting toxic.
สรุปแกมีเรื่องอะไรอะ
เอ้า
This man is
Hey, babe.
always underfoot.
ที่ก็เล่นที่ยิมนี้เหรอครับ
Well, you stalking me. Surely you know. I love the helmet right next to him, just so you remember that this is a racing car show.
อะไรนะ
Even though it makes no
Pavel,
fucking sense for it to be here. It'd be in his locker or something.
ครั้งที่แล้วมึงก่อเรื่องของกูไว้นี่มึงยังไม่ได้คิดบัญชีเลยผมไม่ทำอะไรพี่หรอกครับ
All that thigh, goddamn.
นี่ไงเหงื่อออกขนาดนี้เนี่ยครับตัวพี่ยังหอมอยู่เลยครับ
Whoa, no, don't do that. I mean, why would I think this man would care about personal boundaries or consent? Oh, fuck his ass up. How dare you kiss my body without my
ผมยอม
permission?
แล้วครับพี่เบฟ
กูเห็นว่าวันนั้นมึงอยู่กับทีมจริง
ขอบคุณนะครับที่เชื่อผม
Listen, maybe it's their haircuts. And this is a weird thing to say right after he just kissed this man's fucking collarbone. But they kind of look like brothers. Like, I would believe it if in another show they played brothers or cousins or something like that. Like, I would fully believe that. But it might just be because of not exactly the same haircut, but similar.
ในรอบหลายปีนี้แหละ เป็นมากครับ ขอบคุณครับ
A secret billiards room? Okay. Rich people shit, I guess. Okay.
ผมกำลังสงสัยนะครับ ว่าคุณเนี่ยคิดอะไรอยู่ ตอนที่นั่งทานข้าวกับคนที่
I was just about to talk about this. I was just about to say it's kind of weird that Pete is pursuing him solely because he looks like Wei. I was literally just about to say that, and then he brought it up because it is kind of like, what? Because for all intents and purposes, I think that this is actually Wei with different memories, right? Like, personally. Me personally. But for all intents and purposes, Pete believes that this is a completely different man. And he's still like, it low-key kind of feels like he's slotting this man into Wei's, spot. And it feels weird to do that.
เก่า
เวย์เขาไม่ใช่แฟน เขาไม่ใช่คนรักของผม เขาเป็นแค่คนรู้จัก
คนนี้สำหรับคุณเนี่ยน่ากลัวขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอครับ
He was a human trafficker, sir.
คุณคงคิดภาพไม่ออกหรอกครับ ว่าคนอย่างโทนี่มันร้ายกาจได้แค่ไหน ทั้งที่มันอยากจะให้ทุกคนเรียกมันว่าป่า แต่มันกลับไม่เคยเห็นเด็กในบ้านเป็นคนเลยด้วยซ้ำ
All right. The pink cheeks and everything.
เมาหรือเปล่าครับคุณพี
I think you may be a little tipsy, sir. But at least we know nobody's gonna walk in because this is a secret room. Not the cut to Kenta. What are you looking at Google Maps for? I don't know what that was.
เฮ้ย
Is this the episode where everybody's gonna bang?
คุณไม่ต้องมามองแบบนั้นเลยนะ ผมทำตามหน้าที่เหมือนกัน
No. These two are just getting to know each other.
ทำไง
Maybe it is the episode where everybody's gonna
โอเค
bang.
โอเค
Hold on.
คุณจะไปให้ได้เลยใช่ไหม ได้
Sir?
คนอุตส่าห์ให้ช่วย
Be
ยังจะ
serious.
ไปเองอีก แล้วคุณจะไปไงอ่ะ คุณจะโบกแท็กซี่ไป ให้พวกโทนี่มันรู้เหรอว่าคุณซ่อนตัวอยู่ที่ไหนอ่ะ
Yeah, like what is your plan?
มานี่ทำอะไรของคุณเนี่ยเร็วสิ
Why do you want a CP?
ขอบคุณมากนะครับที่มาส่ง คุณดื่มชาร้อนก่อนนะ
Did he say thanks for the ride? Whoa! Tell me he did not just say thanks for the ride.
จะได้หายสั่งเมา
Wow! That was
เราใช้
crazy.
แรงไปต้องเยอะ
ไม่เปิดประตูนะ
Yeah.
เว
It's like, is
เขา
that,
ไม่ใช่เว
is that fucking way?
แค่คนหน้าเหมือนนะ เป็นนักวิจัยในแลบกูเอง กูมีเรื่อง
แบบนี้เหรอ จะไปเจออะไร
เรามากันถึงตรงนี้แล้ว
And why did we
ผมอยาก
need to
ดู
do
รอบๆ
this
หน่อย
in the middle of the night?
ไปแบบไม่รู้ทางเนี่ยนะ ไม่รู้
Like
ว่า
obviously it's not night now, but why did he feel the need to? I gotta go see him
เข้า
now.
ไปตายชัด
เคนตะ มาดูนี่
รอนี่นะ
Wait here? No, I'm running.
เฮ้ย คุณจะไปไหนอะ
Yeah, just grab a thing. Like that was goofy. That was so goofy. Why? Why do they write? Listen. I tried so hard with Pit Babe, but like, what? Wait here. Why? Why? Like, why not call Kim over and say, Kim, come over here and hold him? Something. Like, if they overpower Kim and he still runs off, okay. You know, and he gets away and yada, 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 that's fine. But having Kenta say, wait here to somebody he was holding a knife to, like, what would be the incentive for him to wait there? tell me that. Why not drag him over with you? Or just like I said, say Kim come hold him. Kim comes over. He's not skilled at fighting, which, fair enough. But at least it would like slightly better explain why Kenta would just leave. Let go of this suspect, this person. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, so we've grabbed a couple of vials of whatever the hell this is.
คนใหญ่โทนี่เนี่ยมันยอมทำทุกอย่างเพื่อหาเด็กอัลฟาที่มีพลังพิเศษ
I'm pretty sure it does the
มันไม่ยอมให้
opposite.
พลังหายไปจาก
Gives
เด็กที่มัน
people
กำลังจะขาดแน่
powers.
แต่เราก็ไม่ควรประมาทคนอย่างโทนี่เพราะไม่เคยมีใครรู้
I mean,
ว่าจะทำอะไร
also, let's assume it is power erasing, right? Like, maybe there's some people he would prefer to not have powers. Like, I could see him doing that. Being like, oh, you're not controllable? I'm taking away your powers. Or maybe rivals or something like that.
ตอนนี้เราก็ไม่รู้ใช่ไหม
ไม่แน่คือพวกมันต้องมีแลบที่ทำการทดลองเรื่องพวกนี้ไม่ต่างจากพวกเรา
So they gotta be using
แต่
up
ผมจะลองให้คนไปสืบ
resources
จาก
and
พวกนักวิจัยที่ถูกจ้างไป
yeah, researchers. He
แล้วถึงตอนนั้น
need
มัน
all
ทันการ
kinds of things in order to
ตอน
run
นี้
a
เราก็ไม่
secret
รู้ว่า
lab.
มันทดลองถึงขั้นไหนแล้ว
เรื่องนั้นไม่ต้องเป็นห่วงไปหรอกครับ ถ้าเป็นเรื่องของการทดลองเนี่ย
Like, we know that he's making these compounds, right? Like, we have a sample. Let's take the sample and figure out what is needed to create this, and then see if we can find people who have recently purchased the ingredients for this or the equipment needed to synthesize this, etc., etc. Like, work our way backwards from this. You know, because you're running a full-on lab here, so you know what is needed in order for them to actually, run a lab in secret as well. So
ผมมั่นใจว่าไม่มีนักวิจัย
sorry, who was that?
การทดลองนะครับ
I thought I saw a face. Was that? That's either Willie or maybe it's not Winner. At first I thought it was Winner, like he was giving Winner powers. But I think that might be Willie.
ไอ้หนู
Okay, so they already have skills, have a power, and they're enhancing them. Okay.
ผลตอบสนองเป็นในทางบวก
ชาลีแฮปปี้เบิร์ธเดย์นะครับหม่าม้า
It's fucking cake.
อธิษฐานเร็ว
Imagine being at the cake shop and you're like, oh, you want a cake that's like race car themed and is for your mother? Okay. And no, it's actually for my man.
พี่จะรับแหวนคู่นี้ไว้ได้ไหมครับ
งานส่วนใหญ่
Okay.
ผมเป็นคนดูแล
I thought we were about to get 3 sexies in like
ถ้ารัฐมนตรีมี
one
รายชื่อผมไม่ตรง
episode. That would have been crazy.
ได้ครับ
สวัสดีครับท่านรัฐมนตรี
สวัสดีครับคุณโทนี่
Did we ever see
ไม่คิดเลยนะครับเนี่ยว่าคุณเนี่ย
what's
จะ
going
รอ
on
ด
with
มาได้
his
จ
neck
ริง
before? Before this? I
โล
don't
กนี้
think
ยัง
so.
มีอะไรที่มหัศจรรย์อีกเยอะครับท่าน
ๆ แต่ตอนเนี้ยก็ไม่มีมูลนิธิตระกูลเฉิน แต่คุณก็ยังจะหาเด็กๆอัลฟาที่มีพลัง
ฉันไม่มีปัญหาอยู่แล้ว
แกเองก็ช่วยเหลือฉันมาตั้งเยอะ
He does not look pleased with this man.
ขอบคุณครับท่าน
You about to absolutely get murdered, sir. Look at that. He does not like feeling beholden to somebody.
ได้ครับ
แล้วก็ถ้าหากว่ามีอะไรอยากจะช่วย
Take this and beat him to death? Alright, winner, this will be it. I was just literally seconds ago, I was just thinking, damn, Winter used to be a race car driver. And now here he is being a henchman. And then we have this scene. I was literally just thinking that earlier when I saw Winter standing there. He was like, Winter, do this. And I was like, man, he really just used to be a race car driver. Is this where you wanted to end up, Winter? Is this his first kill? I think that was his first kill. Oh God, I wasn't expecting us to see it. Holy shit, they like very carefully didn't show us anything until that moment, but wow. Well, that certainly happened. Oof. I was like, the moment he said, this is not enough money, I was like, oh, you're dead. You're dead. Tony would not stand for somebody talking to him like that. Come on, be serious. This was a good episode. I mean, other than the handful of things that like made me go, what? Like that scene where Kenta let that man said, stay here, to a guy who's working for Tony, who has absolutely no reason to stand there and wait for you to continue to hold a knife to his throat. Like, what are we talking about here? That was goofy. But other than, that scene, this is a good episode. We had Alan and Jeff reconciling. Although we had some real toxic shit from both of them before that. Like, good lord, just say what you mean. It's fine. Anyway, so they've resolved that, thankfully. Because if it had gone on for more episodes, I would have been really pissed. It was already starting to drag for me, to be honest. But, here we are. It's fine. We also had the first kind of romantic push between what is his name? Chris and I was like, what is his new name? Chris and Pete. How do we feel about the fact that Pete said, I mean, yes, technically Wei was not his boyfriend. We know that. Yes, Pete was low-key falling in love with this man, though. So I don't know if we're I feel like we're misrepresenting to Chris the relationship between Pete and Wei. I didn't even like that relationship. And I still feel weird about Pete trying to pretend like there was nothing happening there. And it's like, come on. There was definitely something happening there. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been a Pete Wei shipper at all because I wasn't really that big of a fan of Wei. If you've watched the first season, you know how I feel about Wei. And you followed me on that journey on how I feel about Wei. So, I don't have a problem with Pete moving on with Chris or anything. I just feel like weird that we're starting a relationship with Chris. And it's very, very clear that one of the reasons is because he looks like Way. No matter what Pete is trying to pretend like, it's because he looks like Way. And that's already a little iffy. And then you slightly misrepresent the relationship that you had with Way in order to make Chris feel at ease about being with you. I don't know how I feel about that either. I mean, it makes sense for Pete to do. I mean, at the end of the day, he has the right to move on, obviously. I'm not saying he should be stuck on Way. I don't know. It's a sticky situation, especially because I personally believe that is Way with his memories replaced. Now the question is, how do you do that though? That's the only thing. How do you replace his memories? And because he's an actual scientist, he's not like, it's not like he's like a bartender that you could easily, teach him like basic bartending skills in like, a long weekend. It's not that kind of situation. Like, he's like a legitimate doctor. That's not something you can just teach somebody on the fly. So they have to have, if it is Way, they have to have fully replaced his memories with a doctor or something, an actual doctor with those exact skills. So, all right. Now the team knows that Tony has started experimenting on people to not give people powers, which is what I thought, but it's actually to boost people's powers that they already have. So he's going to gather a bunch of people with powers and make them stronger. And it actually probably, like practically, it probably would mean that he can go find all of those kids he rejected because their powers weren't strong enough and have them take this serum, boost their powers, and then now they're in a position, their powers are strong enough for him to then traffic. I mean, at the end of the day, making money and controlling people is all that Tony really cares about. So, I'm guessing that that's what he's going to do. Find people with weak to middling powers and then give them this boost and then make them more marketable so that he can then sell them. Yeah. Pretty good episode, other than a couple of things that was like, what are we doing? But it's Pit Babe, so I'm not expecting, like, I'm not expecting award-winning writing or award-winning acting from out of this show. We know what we're in for Pit Babe. All right. I think I'll go ahead and leave it there. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Going over to Patreon if you're interested in full-length or early access to this show, as well as full-length and early access to other shows. Right now, I am watching this show, obviously. I just wrapped up The Next Prince. I'm watching Us, the series. I'm watching Whale Store XOXO. I'm watching Desire, the series, or ABO Desire. I'm watching the story of Kuning Palace over there on Patreon as well. And finally, I just picked up Shine, the series, starring Mile and Apple. And I'm caught up on that, so I'm watching it in tandem with the releases. But yeah, the first 3 episodes were fantastic, so check those out. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Baby, it's whatever. All this ever, but you long gone, it don't matter.